gameplay. And today, leave a like or comment.
Game last night. Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do. Get to work. Here's what we're going to do. Get started, man. Get started. One more. Hey, keep the ball, huh?
I'm gonna try something different instead of the floater, cause I know
Get to work.
I ain't gonna get it right. Cause I be what I be doing is when I be driving, I be holding down the right stick, but it don't be working. It goes for a regular shot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But I'm not gonna do the floater no more. It don't matter how many times I do it, I still mess up. try something different. Catch the ball, score. Contact.
Let's get everyone over here and get started. Here's what we're going to do. Just like that. Keep it going.
To a episode of NBA 2K TV.
Now have 16 qualified players in the $250 Team Unlimited tournament.
Congratulations to all of you, but if you haven't made it yet, you have 2 more chances. Don't worry.
That's right, and
away. We'll be back right after this. There is no better way to start off the new year than with the NBA here on 2K Sports. Alongside Doris Berg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. Here's the starting group for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Garland and Sexton man the backcourt. Kevin Love out there with Andre Drummond. And for the Knicks, Barrett and Knott are the wingmen. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. And it's Peyton in at the 1 spot. Greg, obviously we're early on here. We already have seen some second year.
As much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you could do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
Sinks that one from the post.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack him.
pass to Robinson. Here's Barrett. The shot. No good. Nice D from Sexton. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, I did have a chance to catch up with Tom Thibodeau on the glass. It's going to take a group effort on the boards. They know the task that they face, and it's a big one. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, Garland. After Mitchell Robinson missed from long range. Drummond, nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Drummond's got his second bucket of the night.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
Pass to Knox. Randall left side. Shoots over Garland. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return. A guy who was once considered a franchise player. And story here, Kevin, early on, gone a long time without a bucket.
And here is Payton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Charlotte. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Here is Love, following the basket by Elfrid Payton. And there's Love. That's good on the assist by Sexton.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Now here's Payton. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game.
A really good rebound and traffic. That's what the big fellas.
1:58 left in the first quarter. Dishes it to Garland. Beyond the arc. A shot, no good. And New York will come the other way. Time they faced off, it was right here. Yet on the scoreboard for him. Payton hits the bucket.
I like to see Kevin Knox share the basketball because what it shows is an improving awareness in finding his teammates. That's how people want to play with you.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. It's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. 1:30 left in the first quarter. Now, Cobb. 9 points last game. Elbow shot is on the way. Left in the first quarter of the game. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win.
Pass to Barrett. Shoots from the line. Cavaliers with the rebound, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Scoring efficiency was an issue in that one. Took them too many shots to get their points.
I think it was a lot of bad decisions leading to a lot of poor looks. Patience was not their best quality in that basketball game.
Here's Paisley. Larry Nance making his last shot. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Good on the three-point shot. Cobb's got 6 points.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Barrett with the ball. He's coming off a 28-point game against Charlotte.
But the defense had tons of difficulty covering him. They kept putting him at the line, and he burned them.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with him.
New York shooting their first foul shot of the night.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
One shot.
I think one of the things I most admire about R.J. Barrett's game, he can do a little bit of everything. He can score it, board it, pass it at a high level. This young man can play the game.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. And it's been... So, we've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And guys, the Cavaliers enjoying a nice lead here.
Guys, I love their defense in that first period. They were in position and just challenging shots.
Well, I think they combined great intelligence with great effort, and you can see the results.
They've got Toppin. Also, R.J. Barrett out there. Noel is out there with Alec Burks. And it's Baisley in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. Ray, which team do you think has the toughest offense to stop in the NBA?
You know, in their heyday, it was the Warriors, no doubt about it. Now, though, things are changing a little bit. It's a tough one to say. The Bucks seem to be amazing with what they're doing with Giannis. The Rockets with that 1-2 punch. And Harden and Westbrook is incredible. And don't sleep on the Lakers or the Clippers, partner. Right now, there's a few of them out there that I would lose a lot of sleep over trying to prepare to play against.
Yeah, I'm glad you included the two LA teams. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute gone. Drills it from outside.
This team knows to feed Cobb every chance they get. He's just so reliable.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first.
And with their offense sputtering, coaches got to get a track.
Knox comes in for R.J. Barrett. Here's Baisley. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Robinson finds Burks. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
That was big.
Harris outside. He dishes it to Nance. 6 on the shot clock. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 13. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Cleveland's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. On the wing, Harris. Burks covering. Harris passes to Nance. Singletary. His 3-pointers off the mark. They've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Robinson so quick off his feet. Good night.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
D.A., thank you. Pass to Burks. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Singletary. Burks covering.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
In the corner, Nance with it. Hits it from three-point range.
This dude, I like that shot, bro. I like that shot. He's just off his wrist, flick the ball off his wrist, turn around, and run. That joint used to be so fire. That joint used to be so fire.
So both teams making some changes here. We've got 1:13 left here in the second. Noel finds Peyton. He lobs it up, and Noel throws it down.
Love the connection Noel has built with his teammates. Smart at knowing when to time that alley-oop.
And here's Randall. 20 points for him last game against Charlotte.
It was never all about himself. He came away with a lot of assists in that game and just kind of kept
all the power on that through down.
Wow.
The Cavaliers leading by 12. Outside, Sexton. And the pass to Garland. He kicks it to Porter. Garland, the pass to Sexton. Another three for Cleveland.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Passes it to Peyton. Here's Noel, guarded by McGee. Pass to Barrett. There's the triple. Porter pulls it in. Sexton deciding where to go with it. It's good. Sexton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Okay, the initiative from the young.
By 17. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline.
Thanks very much. One Kevin to another. You guys were dominant in that first half, and you have a big lead. But do you forget about that in the second half?
Oh yeah, we got to treat it like a 0-0 game. I know we're going to stay in the locker room. We got to come out and win the third quarter. If we do that, we feel like we'll be okay. But like I said, this team is tough. We know they're capable of coming back.
Well, we'll see what happens, Kevin. Thanks. And now back to the other Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
All right, I got a +3. Let's go. I'm so happy. The more positives I could get, the more I could not score the bucket, but like the more chances I have to score.
Guys, Hendricks Cobb has been sensational.
And how about the amount he's contributing?
Well, it's the same thing, though. I just said
2 quarters, he has
not to
been
get the
terrific.
bucket, but
And one would expect that the defense
that's
made
if
adjustments at
that's if I
halftime.
could
He
score.
has the ability to
'Cause
answer right back.
the way they've
And
been
so in the game
playing,
for the Cavaliers,
they've been
Charlotte
playing
and
good
Sexton
defense on me.
man the backcourt. Andre Drummond is out there with Kevin Love. The Knicks shooting their second and third free throws tonight. No good on the free throw. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things. Whose style you admire to play.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But 2 other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. 2 guys, when you look at those 2, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become. And it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out.
Peyton kicks to Barrett. Outside, Robinson. Pass to Peyton. Pocket 6.
a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Oh
Pulling
boy.
with it. Robinson on him. Drummond trying to get himself free.
This guy's nose for the basketball, and his timing as a shot blocker is intimidating. Mitchell Robinson so quick off his feet.
Now, Garland's got 5.
Big miscommunication. Defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly, and capitalizing.
Lobbed up there for Robinson.
So what you want to see from Elfrid Payton are floor general skills on full display. Finds the open teammate. Nice.
Now, here's Garland. He has 5. Singletary. It's rebounded by Barrett.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Here's Garland. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
He does not look happy. Their defensive rebounding has been putrid, and they're giving up a ton of second.
Robinson finds Barrett. So here's Burks over Harris. And the Knicks miss again.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Cobb with it, and Burks picks him up defensively.
How you gonna rush that, Cobb? Don't rush that. You take your time. Take your time.
Traffic.
Beasley passes to Burks. From down in the low post, it goes. Burks has got 6 points.
Well, you love the cleverness of Alec Burks. My goodness, how remarkable is that into the lane and finish?
Here's Cobb. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. The Cavaliers shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game. Taking 2 shots.
It's exciting to watch. There's no question he believes Harris.
And Cobb drops both of them.
But significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the and reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you.
This is what you love to see. Hendricks Cobb forcing the issue, attracting the contact. This is how he gets these calls.
The first one falls. Greg, how special was it for
you? As a kid, you dream about a lot of things, winning, playing at the highest levels. That's something I never really fathomed is to have your jersey in an arena with my family and friends.
People probably don't know that you grew up in Las Vegas, so it was probably doubly special, wasn't it?
Exactly. Born and raised.
Now, Cobb. 17 points in the game, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line in the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
And so he hits the technical free throw. .110 left in the 3rd. And there it is for him. Cobb's got 20 points.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
The pass to Barrett. Here's Baisley. Rebounded by McGee. Cobb with it. 20 points for him. 41 seconds left to play here in the third. And the jam by Larry Nance.
The very definition of a high flyer, Larry Nance, my goodness.
Here's Burks. The shot comes out. Nice D from Porter. Toppin with the steal. Knocks it loose. Stolen by Okoro. Passes it to Cobb. Porter with it. Kicks it to Cobb. And the dunk by Cobb.
Well, just keep the game simple. What does the defense give me? Hendricks, Cobb, and damn it.
Point to first. Already 22 points in this game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Knox and Randall, they're the forwards. Then it's Noel. Then there's Peyton. And it's Baisley in at the shooting guard position. And here's Peyton, he'll bring it up for the Knicks. Pass to Baisley. Here's Knox. Peyton outside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Love. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about scrim players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as much their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. Robinson's checked in for New York. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Drummond's checked in for JaVale McGee.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Six to shoot. From deep. He doesn't hit that one. And New York will come the other way.
Boy, this guy just can't buy a bucket, and yet they have the advantage.
Knox misses. The Cavaliers leading by 22. Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree.
Well, just quick with the decision-making, smart pass by Darius Garland.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Here's Knox. Wants to get to Randall and does. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
He got a little ahead of himself there trying to pull the team even.
Well, that's a big miscue, and you hate to see that happen at this point in the game.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Pass to Osman. And here is Harris. Outside, Sexton. Lots of room. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond. Good on the bucket.
Aggressive defense. The back. A collision waiting to happen.
Harris against Rivers. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Rivers has got his first basket.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Harris against Rivers. Here's Drummond. Back to Harris. Over Rivers. That one a little long. For New York, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. And the basket is good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Hendricks Cobb.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
I can't even score no points, man. That's what I get mad about. That's what I get mad about, because I can't score no points. I'm doing everything I can.
Rivers against Harris. McGee, the pass to Osman.
Now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
No doubt. It felt like they were a little tight for much of the evening. Now they're in a better flow, but it may be too little too late.
Outside, Porter. Now the dish to Harris. And he can't stop it. And so it's Cleveland taking care of business in this. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Alt, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in.
0 points, bro.
So long, everyone.
Zero points. Alright guys, on the next episode we'll be versing the Miami Heat. So stay tuned for that. You don't want to miss out on the next episode. But make sure, I'm not trying to make y'all aggravated or nothing. But if y'all want to, I'm trying to force nobody to do nothing. But that's what we are going to be doing next episode. So don't forget. Just take your time. I'm not in no rush. Yeah, man. That's what we're gonna do. But I'll catch you guys in the next video.